Welcome, adventurers. It's time for another edition of your D&D workout. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling a little bit sassy. Here's a little wink for you. Try to wink on the other side. Double one. This time it's just a blink. Yeah. So super glad you are here, entering our world of swords, sorcery, and sweat at your D&D workout. And as people are first logging in, getting checked in, which is awesome. I just see the first one, Sandra. Great to see you, Sandra. Back for more. Sandra actually has a character on the show named after her, our sassy queen, Sandra. So Sandra, you get to have the first obnoxious joke of the evening. So Sandra, question for you. If you get stoned into the swamp, is that called marshmallow? Oh, there's gonna be so many of these tonight. So tonight's adventure, we are battling our way through the swamp that borders the Lych King's land. So we're gonna do a couple of lichy jokes to get ourselves started. Also, as you are logging in, say hi. Let me know where you're from, what your home Ren Fair is or home state, and if you are brand new. If you've never been to one of these live events before, please introduce yourselves. I love getting to meet the new people, and after the show, chat with you in the comments. I try to go through every comment on here to make that happen. So, let's get into this. I see we got a couple more of our friends that are logging on too. Great to see. Oh, we got my buddy Thomas on here. Hey, Thomas. So, Thomas, what is it called if you get too many animals in Shrek's swamp? It's called ogre population. Also, first tip already of the night. Thank you, Ricky, a.k.a. Rintin Ricky. Glad to see you. Oh, we got my buddy Grant from NDRF. Love that show. Fingers crossed they're going to be able to open this year. And Ryan is on here. Hey, Ryan. I got one for you too, bud. So, Ryan, what did one southern swamp say to the other southern swamp when it was heading home? It said, "Bye, you." Oh man, I think I like these most of the whole workout is this hangout part in the beginning. So Molly's saying, let's kick some dragons' hides and soft underbellies. That is my kind of attitude on there. And Crystalline Fox, welcome back for more. So Crystalline, question for you. What do you call a reptile lawyer who lives in a swamp? It's a litigator. Let's do just one more, and then we'll get into the action. What we got here? We got Maggie saying, you roped your hubby into working out with me tonight. That's awesome. And Steven, big shout out. Thank you for the tip, my man. Again, you just blowing my mind every episode. Great having you here, Steven. So last one, Steven, it's going to be for you. So, Steven, this one's for you, bud. So I was unfortunately stranded in a swamp for several days with nothing to eat. All I could do was hunt these big white birds and gobble them up. And you know, the entire ordeal, I was just filled with egret. You're right, let's get into it, you guys. So if you are brand new to our show, welcome. If you've been here before, glad you're back, Wayfarers. Today's episode, we are going to be doing something different. We're trying out a bunch of active stretches. So if you've never done active stretching before, don't worry. It's a great thing to start with, a great thing to get into. So active stretching, these are exercises where we don't use downward force to create length in our muscles. Instead, we will contract opposing muscles to stretch the opposite side. It's gonna be fun. I agree that you're gonna like it. Oh, Margaret's heading out. Bye, Margaret. Bye, puppy. They'll be back later in the show with a puppy attack. I feel like that always happens right at about the time we start stretching. So the workout today, we're gonna do a warm-up first, then we're gonna get into our workout. And in the workout, you will get to decide what level your hero is, and that is the difficulty of the workouts. So if you are brand new to working out, I recommend trying our level 1 modifications. If you've been working out for a little while, and you want to try something a little bit more challenging, level 3. And if you've been working out a bunch, level 5. Those are going to be tough. Those will be the ones to push ya. Crystal and Fox saying, the gal from Florida so groaned at that. Yeah, some of these jokes. They're going to be groaners. And Brenda, thank you for the tip. Really appreciate you. I promise this is just the part where I take off my doublet. I'm not stripping for Brenda. It's just because we're getting into the actual workout. So guys, let's do this. Let's make this happen. If you've never been on here before, we're going to do a quick catch-up recap for what you've missed. Then we're going to make it happen. So everybody, up on your feet, find a clear bit of space, and let's start getting our bodies a little bit warmer with just a gentle march in place, getting our knees up as I recap what you have been going through on this adventure. So you, sweet viewer, you are the Wayfarer, a magical warrior who travels the land trying to keep peace between the many warring nations. You discovered that the Lych King is attempting a dark ritual to raise the army of the damned. You traveled through a wormhole to the Lych King's back door, a vile swamp. That describes a lot of my friends too, I think. A vile swamp filled with monsters. You brought with you a cart filled with strange items from a market known as Woolmart. And you also brought with you your faithful companion, Rin Tin Ricky, a corgi the size of a pony, your warhound companion. You then discovered, once you got into this swamp, villagers being attacked by the Lych King's voodoo doll licks. A wild Doctor Who-themed battle took place that ended with you victorious, having saved the villagers and a charming Captain Grant Harkness, who offered to smuggle you to the Lych King's temple. Well, guys, what do you say? Are you ready for the battle? If you want to get into this, throw a heart emoji up on the screen. Let me know you're ready to rock and make another adventure happen. I'm also going to grab a quick drink of water as well. Active stretch workout today. We're going to get long and strong. And it's great to see the hearts popping up on the screen, you guys. Love to all of you out there. Super appreciate you guys hanging out and partying with me every Monday. So get into a clear space, plenty of room around you. For some of these modifications, if you're brand new to working out, have a wall or a sofa that you can use for a little bit of balance and assistance. I also want to give a humongous thank you to all the tippers, the supporters of this show, the ones who make this happen week after week. If you want to help to keep this going and to help us during this craziness, all the info for tipping is in the video's description. Venmo, PayPal, Patreon. It's all super easy. I'll also post it into the comments after the episode. But let's get into this, guys, starting with our warm-ups. Let's jog in place. Get your body moving. I'm going to jog a little slow because I'm in our trailer today and I don't want to make it fall over. So jogging in place, you guys. The villagers thank you again and again. One of them even tries to kiss your boots. So let's bow to these villagers and kind of shove this one who's kissing our boot a little bit away. So stand with your legs hip distance apart with your feet, knees tracking forwards, arms up by your skull, bend your knees slightly, hinge forwards at the waist, and bring it up. We're warming up our hamstrings, keeping those knees softly bent, warming up our core muscles as we keep moving. We call these good mornings. This actually reminds me as I'm looking down here at my own feet. You may have noticed that I'm barefoot for today's episode. That's because I kicked my boots off a cliff the other day. It was an assisted shoe-aside. Oh, man. Sadly, John Brody isn't here tonight to keep track of my terrible jokes, but I think we're already at bad joke number 7. Speaking of which, how did Hitler tie his boots? In little Nazis. Alright, you guys, that might be too close to home. Let's jog in place. Back to jogging in place. You help the villagers load small fishing boats. The one that managed to kiss your shoe is showing off his lips to everyone, oohing and ahhing. They paddle off to safer waters. You, however, are going on a smuggling mission. So you reach into your Walmart cart and you pull out your sneakers. So let's put on our sneakers, you guys. So stand tall, try to keep your back straight, and then raise your leg up And if you can get to the point where you can grab onto your ankle and your knee, give it a little bit of an upward pull, set it down and switch. Bring it up, staying upright, and if you can safely reach your knee and your ankle, gentle pull up and switch. So we're just switching back and forth while staying upright, warming up our piriformis muscle. If you've been sitting a lot today, this could be a great exercise for you, but go slow so you don't overdo it as we're warming ourselves up. So keep this motion going, you guys, in the standing piriformis stretch. Got a question for you as we're doing these. What is made of leather, a foot long, and sounds like a sneeze? A shoe. That's my 5-year-old joke right there. You know who could really use these sneakers? The local police force. I think it has a busted shoe. It's going good clop, bad clop. It's so bad. Keep it going with the piriformis stretch, you guys. Crystal Fox saying, I would pay to have been sitting all day. Oh man, I would pay to not be sitting all day. I am ready to get back into motion. All right, last one of these, you guys. What kind of a shoe? Oh, this one's terrible. I apologize already for this one. What kind of a shoe does a pedophile wear? White Vans. Oh, terrible. All right, you guys, finishing up with those, back to jogging in place, getting our bodies slowly warmer. You and Rin Tin Ricky follow Captain Grant to a small gray sailboat. It's battered, and several planks along its gunwale are shattered as if it's recently taken cannon fire. Grant says, "You never know how good a ship is until it's taken a shot. Or 7. Here, help me get the rigging up." So let's help him tie the rigging, you guys. So for this one, widen your legs apart, almost like you're into a wide squat position. So your feet angle out at a 45 degree, your knees tracking with them, so they're open and to the side. And what you're gonna do is straighten one leg, reach over the side. Then bring it down and switch to the other side. So we're switching back and forth, straightening one leg, and then arching and reaching the hand over the top to the other. Keep moving side to side, you guys. So I gotta wonder, if you had a boat, what you would name it. I think if this was my smuggling ship, I would name it Buoy Onse. Or maybe Unsinkable 2. Or My Kid's Inheritance. I think I had another one too. What was it? Oh geez. The Codfather. You're gonna be swimming with the fishies. So keep it moving, guys, side to side, reaching, a little bit of that side squat as you go to the side. Captain Grant says, "These cursed swamps got little wind to speak of. Mind using your magic?" And he wiggles his fingers like spider legs. So what do you guys think? Time to use some magic? So let's do this, guys. Let's use the spell Gust of Wind. So to cast this, we gotta do an abdominal stretch. This is the first of our truly active stretches that we're doing. So for this one, you're going to contract your lower back as you pull your butt up and back. And at the same time, try to let your stomach muscles relax as you squeeze your low back and then roll your shoulders back. So we're trying to create an arch through here while we're relaxing through the front. Look up and hold. Hold that contraction back there. If you've been sitting a lot or working a lot, this can be so nice for your back and your abs to get that stretch going. As we cast our Gust of Wind spell, if you're wondering what a Gust of Wind's favorite color is, it's blue. So raw magic swirls through your chakras with every breath in. Big breath, the energy is gathered into your chest. More and more power builds within you until you feel your ribs ready to burst. You slowly exhale and cast Gust of Wind. So gently come out of that, releasing your hips. And now we're gonna do the opposite. So we're gonna be doing a bit of a stretch you should feel across your back instead of your belly. So for this one, hips straight up and down, and then roll your hips so you're trying to aim them up at your face. So you're rolling your pelvis up and forwards. At the same time, you're going to shrug your shoulders over and reach actively down with your arms while trying to keep those hips tucked. So you kind of are doing like a big old shrug, and then reach down, look down. You should feel a nice stretch across your back As you do this, keep your core squeezed and engaged as you do that. Hands reaching down. We got to keep our hips activated so the gust of wind doesn't come from somewhere else. This is a gust of wind spell. It's pretty great. We're using renewable energy. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan. So the ship's sails fill with a snap. The boat groans, lurches, and rockets through the swamp, cuttering a considerable wake behind it. You grab onto the rigging, keeping it from snapping. So gently come out of that. I feel that a little bit in my abs too. Good work on those, you guys. And Lisa's saying, your hip has already cracked. This is going to be good. Yeah, we're going to work some of those out today with this episode. So we're going to keep the rigging from snapping as your gust of wind slams into the sails. So reach across to one rope, reach across to the other rope, and you're going to actively reach to the sides with your arms. As much as you can, pulling to the sides, left to right. Play with how high your elbows are to where you feel a good stretch going in there, okay? So arms across, squeezing across, actively pulling to the sides. Great job, you guys. Captain Grant spins the wheel. If you want to make this harder, do some micro squats as we hold this. He spins the wheel. And instead of looking where he's going, he's just grinning back at you like a madman. Let's switch our hands. Other one on top, other one underneath. Reach across. I feel these in my pecs. Get that reach going across. Keep your chest up. Great job, you guys. Keep going with that hold. Okay, release. Come out of that carefully. Your ship is now rocketing, the sails full. Grant not even looking where you're going, but instead grinning at you like a maniac. The ship sways side to side. Let's see if we can keep our balance, you guys. So for this one, if you're new to working out, hold on to a chair or a wall. If you've been working out for a while, see if you can do this without holding on to something. You're gonna balance on one leg, and we're doing a standing quad stretch, but we're not gonna hold our back foot. So you're gonna bring your leg up, much like you were gonna grab your foot to stretch it, but instead, just try to hold it up, squeezing your knees together, trying to keep your chest up, and pulling the heel towards the sky. If you feel a cramp in your leg, gently release the leg, shake it out, start again. It's a little bit weird. This one I felt like, whoa, when I first tried it. You're doing great, you guys. Keep balancing. My friend and I actually have been, this reminds me, we've been arguing a lot lately because I do this really great flamingo impression and he's constantly telling me to stop. So eventually, I had to put my foot down. Alright, I can tell you didn't like that one. Should I flamingo? Alright, you guys, switch your legs. So up nice and tall, bring your foot up. Hug it in towards your booty. Extending the heel towards the sky as you keep your knees together. You're doing great, you guys. Captain Grant says, well, look at you. The wind beneath my wings. Now, as we get closer, you play it cool, right? I got plenty of shipments for the Lych with me. He points to several crates, and you shake your head in disapproval. So bring your leg down. This guy's smuggling stuff for the Lych King. What have we gotten into? So everybody, we're gonna shake our heads. So look to the right. Nice and strong as you look to the right. Turn your head to the left. Captain Grant's lips pull down into an exaggerated frown. Now don't give me that look. Look to the right. I know the Lych is a terrible monster. Look to the left. He says he's a terrible monster. Let's nod along. He is a terrible monster, so let's nod our head by looking up. Extend the chin towards the sky. If you've been looking down at your phone or on the computer, this will feel real good. And then hug your chin down towards your chest. Grant continues, but a man has to earn a profit. Besides, ain't nothing nefarious. Let's bring our ear to our shoulder now. Ear to the shoulders. He says, nothing nefarious. Just fixin' for finger sandwiches, punch, and pie. Switch your ear to the other shoulder. Apparently, getting a bunch of these cultists together for a big ritual has very specific snacking requirements. It's good for this smuggler. So let's scope out these boxes, you guys. These boxes filled with punch, pie, and finger sandwiches. So to do this, you guys, bring your arms out in front of you, straight ahead. You're gonna step one leg back into a lunge, and then open the arm on that same leg, and bring it back. Bring the hand in, step in. Step it back, bring the arm open. Look back at the arm. Bring it in. Switching back and forth as we look around the ship. Good job, you guys. Speaking of boxes, we got some takeout the other day, and the waiter said, "Do you want a box?" And I said, "No, I want to pay for it." Why are people so violent these days? Keep going, you guys, switching side to side. You see a dozen large crates. Rin Tin Ricky softly barks. Grant follows his gaze and whispers, "The hellhound is out." Up ahead, the swamp narrows to a thin pass between tall cypress trees. A massive, 12-foot tall, black, three-headed dog with glowing red eyes watches your approach, and it looks hungry. All right, you guys, warm-up is complete. Grab a quick drink of water. The workout's about to happen, our active stretch workout. Oh, am I pumped for this? You guys are doing so good already with these weird new ones. And I agree, Rachel Ann, I am a dork. You've known that since I was about 14 years old. It's great to see you on here. Oh, I also want to give a huge shout out to our tippers. Thank you so much. That's really great. And that was Olivia. I love ya. Thank you, Olivia. Super appreciate the tip. It's really awesome. All right, you guys, so let's get ourselves ready for the workout portion of this episode. Grab a quick drink of water. And if you're ready, throw that heart emoji up on the screen. Let me know it's time for some action as we face the hellhound. Sounds like danger abounds. Tiffany Noel saying, "This is perfect after your tumble on the hike last week." Oh, I'm sorry you fell. To be fair, you're very beautiful. If I wasn't married, I'd be falling for you. I winked with the wrong eye. There we go. Grant saying these stretches are great. Love how there is always something new. Thank you, Grant. I'm always trying to find something new for you guys. Gracie and the hearts rolling in too. Well, let's hit this, you guys. Workout time. So let's jog in place. Jog in place. Rin Tin Ricky whines softly. You can tell your corgi is terrified, but it still stands to block the path between you and the hellhound. So at least it will take the attack first. You, however, know that we have got to distract this beast. You look into your Walmart shopping cart, and you find the bags that you grabbed of pepperonis. Let's rip open these dog treats and start throwing them into the swamp. So you guys, for this one, what we're going to start with, level 1, is going to be a knee lunge. So if you do have issues with your knees, I want you to do this with a pillow underneath your knee. So grab a pillow, set it on the ground, put your knee down against that pillow, okay? Then you're going to let your hips fall forwards. And once your hip has fallen forwards, reach your arms nice and high. You're going to come forwards, reach your arms around and up. That's level 1. Level 3, high lunge. Your knee is not on the ground. You're coming down, you're bringing it up. Level 5, go up on the tippy toes of your front foot. It makes it really hard to keep your balance. Keep that motion going as you move through that rocking motion as you're just flinging bags of pepperonis. So keep moving, you guys. I'll do the down low version. This reminds me of the time I went to the zoo and the only thing they had was a small dog. It was a shit zoo. Do you know why dogs aren't good dancers? Because they have 2 left feet. Alright, you guys. Cerberus, the hellhound, is no match for your filet mignon and bacon-flavored treats. All 3 of its heads follow your bags. It yips with joy and runs off after them, its tail wagging and softly smoking. Switch legs, you guys. Other leg forwards. Rock your hips down into the stretch. Arms up. Come forward. Circle your arms around. Great job, you guys. Keep that motion going. You have flung pepperoni after pepperoni. Looking out over the swamp, you see... Oh no, a buzzing that is filling your ears. Captain Grant's face goes pale as he says, "Mosquitoes. Here in the Lich's swamp, they are nasty. Must have caught the smell of that darn delicious punch and pie." Looking over the swamp, you see a thick swarm of vampire flying fairies coming your way. They all have protruding canines. It is vampire fairies. For once, a vampire that it makes sense to sparkle. Let's fire a scorching ray at these vampire fairies coming our way. So you guys carefully back up to your feet, push your pillow out of the way. This next one, I gotta be honest, it might be the weirdest and hardest one we're doing in our workout, but you can do this. So level 1, you're gonna hold onto a wall or a chair. You're then gonna pull your leg up as much as you can. And then once your leg is up as high as you can do, while still feeling safe on your hamstrings and joints, reach your other hand forwards like you're reaching past your leg, okay? Level 3 is you're going to put both hands out, no wall to hold on to. Keep your leg as high as you can as you reach forwards, okay? High as you can as you reach forwards. And if you want to go for level 5, if you're crazy, then reaching forwards, try to get up on the toes of your supporting leg. Just like that, or hold and then pulse your leg gently upwards. Mini pulses, okay? So let's start this, you guys. And let's get it. Get that leg up there. You shoot scorching rays from both your hands and your foot. Your magic roasts the butterflies. Scores of the tiny vampires turn into ashes as you fairy dust them. Which is unfortunate, because I just got rid of my vacuum. All it was doing was gathering dust. Bring your leg down. We're gonna switch sides. Other leg comes up. Reach forwards past the leg. Reach your leg up as much as you can. Captain Grant dives into a roll and quickly yanks a sail up behind him. The mosquito fairies crash into it. He drops the sail and stomps it flat. Glitter flies everywhere. He groans, "Ugh, this'll never wash off." A pack of the fairies erupts from the edge of the boat, and they're suddenly all up in your face. Bring your foot down, come up high, shake it off real quick. Wiggle, 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 shake it, shake it, shake it. Chanel said, you said pepperoni and my dogs are now begging for a treat during the workout. That is so cute. Send me pictures. Oh, so good. So the fairies have flown over the edge of the boat. They're soaring at your face. We've got to smack them aside, you guys. So here's how we're doing this. Level 1, just gently bend your knees, and you're going to reach one arm up, bring it down, other arm up. Level 3, squat, keeping your knees behind your front toes. Squat your butt backwards till your butt is in line with your toes, and then reach up and back down. Big reaches, trying to get a nice long line. If you want to go for level 5, sink real nice and low, come up onto your toes as you switch from side to side, you guys. So let's keep moving as we switch from side to side. You pick your level on this. Oh, shoot, I just heard another one come in. Oh, thank you so much, another tipper! James, I hope we all aim to be like James. Thank you, brother. So Ren Tin Ricky charges past you, running circles around the boat and gathering a massive swarm of blutterflies. He charges your way. Your little friend has herd all the butterflies together. You smirk and cast Mage Hand, supercharging it into a massive Big B's Hand Fly Swatter. All right, you guys, it's time to bust out the big fly swatter on these mosquito fairies. This one's gonna be a little tricky, but you can totally do it. So level 1 for this is you're gonna put your hand against the wall, set yourself out at a bit of an angle. You're gonna reach your palm up and over as you pull your hips that way, open using your muscles on the sides of your abs. Big pull, okay? That's gonna be level 1. Level 3, down on the ground, one knee down, your hand up into a side plank, reaching your hand over as you come up and in. Okay? Level 5, your legs all the way out. Bring one leg slightly off the ground, your top leg. As you reach, extend the ribs. Bring it in, okay? Those are your levels of difficulty. Let's get in position and let's do this, you guys, as you form your gigantic fly swatter. We gotta change the name of our group to the SWAT team. So get it moving, you guys. Ribs coming up as you reach. Captain Grant sees what you're preparing and he gives you a devilish grin. You take a deep breath, form your spell, and wait for Rin Tin Ricky to pull them in range. Everybody switch sides, other side. You're doing so good. We're already almost done with this workout. You can do it, you guys. Big reaches. With a sharp exhale, you bring your massive magic hand down with a wet splat. Glitter rockets out as if forced through a bellows and covers Captain Grant from head to toe. He spits glitter and mutters, "I haven't looked like this since I visited the Bards and the Bees." Grant then glances forwards and says, "We're almost there, and there's more guards. Quick, stay low, and give these sails one final push, Wayfarer." All right, you guys, this is our last workout, our final one. You can do it. It's time to dig deep and make it happen. Also, I see Leah has tuned in. So good to see you, Leah. I miss you. I hope you're good up in Minnesota. Oh. And Michelle, thank you for the tip. You are amazing. You're bringing that smile to my face. Appreciate you. So last workout, everybody. So you're going to sit on the ground with your legs out in front of you. Level 1 is you're going to bend one leg. Let me angle this a little more so you can see better. Perfect. Sit with your legs straight in front of you, bend one knee in towards your chest. Grab behind the knee so you're holding your thigh, and then slowly straighten the leg till you feel a gentle stretch. Sit as tall as you can and just hold. That's level 1. If you want to try level 3, then while you're holding that leg up high, you're going to slowly bring yourself down and then back up to tall. So you're doing a little bit of a sit-up as you go. Level 5, you're going to go all the way to the ground while keeping that leg up and then bring it back up towards the knee. So you feel that stretch through the hamstring as you also work your abs. Let's do this, you guys. Last workout. It's go time. Your boat speeds up as you launch a gust of wind from your foot as you stay low beneath the edge of the boat. You pass guard towers built on stilts over the swamp. Dry land begins poking out from the muddy water. Each little stretch of earth is home to a graveyard. These become bigger and bigger until you're passing a cemetery that stretches beyond the limits of your vision and disappears into mist. Let's switch legs, everybody. Bend your knee, bring the foot down, straighten the leg. Bring your other foot, your other knee in towards your chest. Grab behind the knee with both hands. Slowly straighten the leg till you feel a gentle stretch in your hamstring. You may not straighten it all the way. I don't usually. Sit as tall as you can and then choose your level of difficulty, you guys. Let's do this. We are at the finishing round. The cemetery, however, isn't empty. You see scores of the Lych King's voodoo Daleks, living skeletons, and ghostly wraiths. They're all digging up graves. Occasionally one falls over and a dark-robed overseer cracks a whip, reanimating them. Captain Grant gives them elaborate hand signals and they allow you to pass deeper toward a 100-foot-tall mausoleum surrounded by swirling purple clouds crackling with lightning. Bring your leg down and rest, everyone. A voice fills the heavens. The ritual is almost complete. Prepare the human sacrifices and set up the rumpus room for punch and pie. You guys, what dangers await you in the Lych King's temple? Will Captain Grant ever get the glitter off of his body? Well, if this show continues, then you'll find out next Monday at your D&D workout. You did it, you guys! You made it through another workout! I am so proud of all of you. And it was so much fun hanging out, too. Let's keep ourselves moving, though, and let's do a little bit of a cool-down stretch. Hang out and talk about our favorite nerdy stuff. So everybody on your feet, stand up slow and careful. Widen your legs, wider than your shoulders. Big breath in as you reach your arms up. And then exhale, bend your knees slightly, roll down. Big breath, roll up. Reach the arms high. Exhale, bring it down. Repeat that process. Huge shout out, you guys, to all the tippers, everybody on here showing the love. If you want to help keep this show going, or if you want to get an NPC named after you, oh shoot, like Kim, who just tipped. Kim, you're awesome. The best way to do that is to tip the show. I will be naming some new characters next episode and some villain characters. So if you want to have a big baddie named after you, I will be picking that from today's tippers. The info for that is in the video description. All right, you guys, enough of those. That was great. Next, we're going to do a little bit of a shoulder stretch for our arms. So bring your arms straight out in front of you, palm down. Bring it across the body, and then I pull my palm to the side like this as I hug it in, and then play with the positioning here as we find the good spot to feel that stretch. I like it about level with my arm here. So question for you guys as we are stretching. Oh, and shoot, Molly! Thank you. I'm glad that you love the workouts. Great seeing those tips, those comments rolling in. So question for you guys. Do you consider yourself a nerd? I hope so, since you're hanging out on this show. If you do consider yourself a nerd, I want to know, what is the thing that you find yourself to be the most nerdy about? What's the thing you nerd out over? It could be anything, but what is the thing that you like to nerd out about? We're going to move to our next stretch, you guys. This one's going to be for our tricep, like we've done in the past, where you bring one arm up and then touch the tag in the back of your shirt. Except instead of grabbing it with our arm, we're doing the active stretch version, where you just try to lift through these muscles, bring it over, get that stretch through here. Just lift and hold, you guys. And Elise saying, looking forward to the next workout already. Thank you. Leah Juster saying, crows. You are a nerd for crows. You love everything crow related. You and your murderous animals. I think it's what they call a group of crows, a murder. Bambi saying, history. You and my wife Margaret, man. Love history. Okay, bring the hand down. Hopefully you got a little bit of a stretch through the ribs as well as the tricep. Let's get the other arm up. Hug it across. Molly Begbie saying, Broadway musicals. I finally saw Hamilton the musical. I feel like I'm the only person left in America who hasn't seen it, thanks to it airing on Disney+. And the King's music number in that was comic genius. If you haven't watched that, you gotta find it. It's so funny. Oh, and Emily, thank you for the tip. Super appreciate you. Emily, if I wasn't married, you'd be the Emily one for me. That's so bad. What else we got on here? Maggie Holland saying League of Legends. I have heard that is so good. I've never tried it though. Okay, bring the arm up, grab the tag behind you here, and then lift through your side ribs, through your tricep. If I like to hold my ribs here as I do this, create space, nice and tall, you guys. Beth saying Doctor Who. It was so fun doing that Doctor Who episode last week. I hope you were here for that one, Beth. I think you were. Your name looks so familiar. I'm getting slowly better at recognizing these names, which has been great over the 10 weeks we've been doing these together, which is awesome. Oh, and Ricky's saying yes. My girlfriend, and then our D&D game. Those are the things he nerds out about in that order. We just started playing D&D together again over Facebook Messenger. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, come out of that slowly. I've been dusting off my DMing skills in that game too. Okay, let's shake our shoulders out a little bit. Roll the shoulders gently back. Good job. Then we're gonna roll them slightly forwards. Gentle rolls forwards. Good job, you guys. Okay, next, interlace your fingers together. Palms away from you, reach out, pull your head down. Bring it in towards the chest. One more time, reach out. Tiffany saying that your kid was on. Oh, that's great. I love when we get whole families on here working out together. That's super fun. So what I nerd out about, fantasy books, love them. I am finishing a couple of books series right now that I've been really enjoying. The Lightbringer series from Brent Weeks. Starts with the Black Prism, so good, as well as another Brandon Sanderson book. I've been doing his Stormlight Chronicles, Stormlight Archives, I think that's the name of them. They've been amazing. If you guys have read those, oh, but I love them. And I also, of course, love video games. I like games way too much. Okay, guys, hands interlaced behind you. Straighten the arms, bring the chest up. Good job. Roll that chest. You can also look up, stretch out the neck. We're just going to hold for a moment longer. and then ease out of it. Next, we're going to stretch our wrists, but we're going to do them differently than we have in the past. So in the past, we've held our hand and we've pulled it down. Instead, this time, I want you to just put your hands out and then just actively pull them back as much as you can. As much as you can towards you. I can't pull them back super far from years of handstanding. You may have better mobility than me. But pull them back nice and strong. Crystalline Fox saying, rereading the Freedom series by Anne McCaffrey. I haven't tried those. I gotta look that up. I'm always on the lookout for more books. Oh, just a moment longer, and then ease out of that. And now you're gonna pull your hands, your fingertips towards your face. So pull them towards your face. Play with how you also rotate your hands to feel the stretch. This is another active stretch. Great for your wrist. Great if you deal with carpal tunnel. Or if you're just on your keyboard or phone way too much. Okay, ease the hands gently and come out of that. Great work, you guys. Next, we are going to do just a couple of cat-cows on the ground just to get our backs to like fully relax and ease up. I'm going to lower the camera so that we can hang out more as we do these. So as I lower this, I also want you guys to know that tomorrow, Margaret and I will be heading north. We're going to be heading up to Illinois to help out with her family and do a couple of repairs and stuff. So I'm going to try to keep the show going over the weeks while I'm traveling. So keep an eye out. I should announce on Friday the next workout, but I'm going to try to keep them going as we're traveling. So next, let's do some cat-cows. So on your hands and knees, if you have knee issues, put a pillow beneath your knees. If you have wrist issues, you can always rest your chest or shoulder against a sofa. You're going to just arch your back down as you look up, and then roll it through as you arch down, and really round those shoulders. Arch through, look up, round back. Do that 3 more times, you guys. Going back and forth 3 more times. Terry is saying that you love fantasy magic systems. Super agreed. One of the things I love about Brandon Sanderson is he's always super creative with what he comes up with for his magic systems. So you guys should be just about done with those cat-cows. Next, we're going to do a little bit of a lunge to stretch out our quads and our hips. These are super good if you deal with back pain, because a lot of times that back pain actually comes from having really tight hips. So you're going to bring 1 foot forwards. Again, put a pillow under your knee if you have knee issues. And then slowly come forwards as you sink that hip towards the ground. And then take a breath. Press it back, straighten the leg. Hinge forwards with a straight back as you come down. We're going to repeat this 2 more times on this leg. Hinge forwards, sink it down. Take a nice, big, deep breath. Doing great. So yeah, we're excited to see her family, excited to do some repairs and help out, and still be doing these shows, as well as I'm doing some different Zoom parties, which have been fun. So keeping all of that going. Okay, press it back, you guys. You should be just about done with this leg by this point. And secretly, not so secretly, okay, switch sides, other leg forwards. The thing I'm super excited about is my brother lives up in Chicago. Okay, hinge in, get that stretch. He lives in Chicago, and I'm going to get to see my brother, who I have not seen in such a long time. He also loves dogs. All of our dogs are going to play together, and we're going to do a little social distance hangout, grab a bite to eat, which will be nice. All right, bring it up, you guys. Stretch it again. I'm going to scoot the camera in so that way I can chat with you guys and see your comments. Leah's saying, you are also an amateur nerd about cooking. Yeah, your cooking is amazing. Every time that we play D&D, she always brings really good food. And I think half the reason we game is that we get proper nutrition from the yummies. Oh, Margaret just looked up, knows I'm talking about Leah's food.
I love it because she brings a bag of Ruffles potato chips every time.
She does bring Ruffles potato chips, which are Margaret's weakness. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys, we're going to do one last stretch. This is also going to be an active stretch. This one's for our butts, for our glutes, which is another source of lower back pain, which so many of us deal with. I'm going to let the puppy out too. Okay, girl. Because you got to have a little puppy time, don't you? Hi, sweeties. You're so good. Oh, you say hi to everybody out there? Oh, hello out there. Mwah. So we're going to do a glute stretch to finish things off, you guys. So lay on your backs. once you are on your backs, you're going to put one leg, ankle, over the knee. Then you're going to use your other leg to bring it in towards you. You've probably seen people do these where they reach through and they pull the leg in. Instead, I want you to just use your other leg to pull in and engage your core to pull it in. So we're using our muscles in a little bit of a different way as we hug that in. We're just going to hold that for just a moment, you guys, as I pet this puppy's butt. Yeah, petting your butt. Oh, yeah. Cute girl. Love you so much. Just a moment longer. Okay, let's switch sides. So bring your foot down. Bring your other foot up. Good job, you guys. I'm going to turn so there's not so much white lightning leg in frame. Bring it in towards you. Play with the position of your knee. Bring it a little bit side to side to find where that good spot is, where you feel the stretch, using those core muscles too. Just holding it for a moment longer, you guys. This animal companion over here has just made this quarantine so much better. All right, carefully, gently come out of that. You guys, you did it. You warmed up, you worked out, you stretched. You finished today with a Nat 20 athletics check. I'm bringing it in for a fist bump. Super proud of you guys. So much fun. One last time, I want to give a humongous thank you to all of our friends on here, all of my workout buds, keeping this thing going, keeping me sane. Appreciate you guys. All of you guys who have tipped, you all are amazing. You rock. Thank you. One more time, thank you. Really do appreciate it. It means the world to us right now. And the rest of you who maybe you're in a position where you can't tip, where that just isn't something that your pocketbook can handle right now, man, we understand that. So what you can do instead... Oh, and Sandra, thank you. You're amazing. Thank you, Sandra. What you can do if you can't afford to tip is share the video. Share it with your friends. Share it on nerd groups you belong to with people who want to laugh and get a little bit more fit. That's a great way to help us as we're kind of figuring out this whole new digital world that exists out there. So everybody, let's finish by taking a humongous deep breath together. So everybody, huge breath in. We cast so many gust of wind spells today. Let's do it. Big breath in. Hold it in. Feel the energy in there, you guys. And then exhale, big smile. Y'all, I'm so proud of you. It's Monday. You have the entire rest of the week ahead of you to make magic for other people. So get out there and be heroes. Love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.